Hello there, this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. I went Retrocard deep sea fishing on eBay last week and caught a big fish here, or a whale, or shall I say Seaspray. I got him in. I want to say thank you again to Joseph. This totally rocks, man. And let's flip this camera around. Enough from me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn it around and take a closer look at the Retrocard Seaspray. I can hear our boy right here gurgling like he does. Let me out of this card. Seaspray is here to play. That is the worst little play on a voiceover for Seaspray ever. That's why I'm not into voice acting. You got the card and the stuff and things. You can pause and scan here, my American buddies, and thank you to Joe up in Canada for sending this promptly on its way. And yeah, man, let's get this guy out of the bubble and into my hands. So what all does Seaspray come with? He comes with his blaster, and it's white painted silver. Hopefully that won't rub off over time. You get some instructions. Being it's a basic flare, or not basic, it's deluxe flare. It'll be not so complicated, but a little bit more than pull here, flip there, and boom, he's in robot mode. So yeah, there's a little bit more going on there. And then we got Seaspray himself in his toy mode, retro toy mode, looking just absolutely magnificent. And I didn't pay attention to a lot of stuff going on when I saw a lot of other people getting this in, and I didn't watch those reviews. So I decided to go, like I said, deep sea fishing on eBay. Found this guy for, I don't know, way too much, but he's here today, and I love having him in hand and not wait until October for it to just go across the, you know, line there and get into American stores. Canada seems to be getting a lot of this stuff in pretty good and quickly. So let's just daggone, he just feels so good in hand, guys. I'm glad I went and spurged and got him and stuff. You immediately get a full T-pose there. You got some movement there in the head, not as limited as other things. I mean, it's on a ball, I do believe there. It is on a ball. It's a deep ball there, but I mean, oh, it's white painted yellow, so hopefully that won't rub off over time. He's got that black look visor thing going on like the original toy there on the box there. And awesome stuff, guys. Just play with this thing for hours, hopefully. When you do get in here, you do get a little bit of awful waffly going on, but that's to be expected in this days and age. Figures. Dang on, that got a little stuck there. All the way around, you got that upper elbow swivel there. You got nice range of motion there. You got your pegs for your weapons, and of course they've shortchanged this again. No wrist swivel, and that's got to stop. I mean, you get a little bit of, you know, motion there up and down, but wrist swivel have been more, I don't like disguising the wrist swivel inside of the arm there like that. All the way around at the waist, full Mr. T, and the way that it kind of reminds me of Cosmos, the way that that joint does there. You get a full van damage. Man, it looks painful every time. You can kick up this far, you can go back that far. This little skirt gets in the way of his belly pack there. Really nicely painted details there. And I never did have the original G1 toy, but my buddy Jamie Connor did back in the day. And yeah, I still got the rubber bands on it. It's so brand spanking new there out of the box. Let's get those off of there. To the side. And I'll get that on up and get it in the garbage can. Don't want my dogs to choke on it. Ooh, nicely tempoed down between his legs there. And you'll see that more. And you can do the G1 toy thing if you want to and put it together. You can see the Autobot symbol there. And everything kind of tucks away nicely as it can be for a hovercraft transformer figure. Dude, let's get that pistoli on him. And that's the best life imitating art pose. I'm going to get him in right there. Really, really dorky. You can get him in some way cooler poses there. And a word of caution with this guy already. This thing popped off at nothing. It's not pinned in. I guess they've done away with the pin system. I just feel it needs to have a pin there, and they went to, I mean, it doesn't look that bad even on the back side. I don't get why they don't do that, but this will definitely pop off super duper easy. and I hate pointing that out on a much sought after, highly anticipated figure as Seaspray is. And I hope we'll get a Paraglide in the near future. We got Cosmos already, and they did something about the release of him in that way and whatnot. And then we got, you know, Gears and Huffer and B. We need to get a Cliff Jumper repaint of B and or get a Cliff Jumper update. That's kind of, anyway, it has to be coming because it's Bumble Jumper mold, and hopefully we'll get his little repaints as well, like the Toy Acro Deco with the not black visor eyes. But enough of that. That's got his robot covered. Let's get him over into his hovercraft mode. And there's Seaspray on the turntable in his hovercraft form. And guys, I gotta say, I really am tickled to have this here today, especially after just getting back from the beach. And you know, it'd be awesome to see it in real life, a hovercraft and doing its thing or whatnot. The only thing about this guy that bugs me is you get back here to the back and you see where he just kind of lowered his head down into the bottom launch pad, and you got some hollow bits there. Hopefully TS Safari will address that and fix the accordion fillers and what have you. But really awesome propeller spin, like freaking amazing and stuff, being pinned in and whatnot. His head's on the rear landing there, like I said again, and that bridge just looks really awesome. Let's go up here and take a look at this closer, let you see all the details that they got there. So this is your toy version, you know, boom, and eventually we'll get the one with the more cartoon accurate head there. Look at the side up close, again, that front and that stuff there, the back, and then top down, and you know, flip this thing over and it whirls in. You have all the hollow bits to keep this thing afloat. Kind of wish that, you know, this ain't gonna be how you display it, but it's still aggravating as sin. With all that said and done, I wanted to, you know, share with you now a couple other Seasprays that I have over time. First up is the New Age rendition there. I mean, that just looks really awesome. And then we have a step backwards to the release before this one. We have the Titans Return Seaspray there, and I took the props off because they were so frail. I just didn't want them getting broken. It looks like it's got jet boosters versus that. And with those pins, I'm not going to do any extracurricular construction activities. And I thought the hands were ugly sticking off the back, but even more uglier is the hollow bits there off the back. I can even, you know, accept his head praying off the black platform, but I mean, anyway. And then lastly, there's one other one. This is my biggest version with the Bayham designs from Hunt for the Decepticons. We got a Seaspray there that had launching capabilities with these little, you know, blue things, just goes across the table off in the yard somewhere. And really awesome. You got Breacher that was able to be a pack-in, play-in. Mine Wipe had a little Sky Stalker, and then Seaspray had a Breacher that you go up on the land, and then he's got the little landing ramp, and boom, you got that playability there, guys, that I kind of wish was forethought. But I like that we got, you know, getting back to this, we got the G1 goodness. Let's get rid of these guys real quick and focus back on Seaspray. While this is not a, you know, perfect hovercraft, I mean, it's still a fun, out of the blue, didn't know this was coming kind of thing. And before we move into those final thoughts, I'm going to get him converted back to robot mode with New Age and Titans Return and that Hunt for the Decepticons flare, just to kind of give you some scale of how my Seasprays stack up over the years there and such and whatnot. And while that one's a little bit looser, he does have one other cool feature. The Hunt for the Decepticons version definitely has the flippers to get to kicking and swimming and stuff. Now let's get this guy into some final thoughts. Some final thoughts on Seaspray here. I am so glad that I got this early. I paid a little more for it there. I did pay a little bit more for it, but it's a very fun piece to have. One step closer to completing the mini bots with the legacy and current lines and whatnot. I think we need Paraglide, and I forget what else. Maybe an Outback, and wind charger's coming, so a tailpipe, and yeah, we got a few more of these to get. But this is a nice rendition. I can't wait to get the actual other animation version of this guy in hand. if you guys see it in stores, don't hesitate to pick them up. I'm really tickled. Thanks again to Joseph for having that out there to where down here we can get a hold of it, maybe just a little bit early like I did. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching, and that's going to wrap it up for Retro Seaspray.